With the exception of catfishes, most of our sport fish are considered visual predators. That's really convenient because we live in a visual world too. That's our dominant sense. That might explain why some anglers are willing to lay down a $50 bill for 2 custom-painted crankbaits. The only problem is the water isn't always clear. What do you do in turbid water? Well, the first piece of advice I can give you is you go find clear water to fish that $20 crankbait in. But sometimes clear water isn't available. That happens to me a lot. I live in the South, I fish reservoirs, and they're subject to some wide variation in water clarity. I asked 3 professional bass anglers to keep fishing logs for me, record the depth they caught their fish and the depth in the water at which they could see a spinnerbait disappear. It turned out that 75% of these anglers caught all of their fish at 8 times the depth at which that spinnerbait disappeared or less, even though they fished different ways. What do you get from that? When confronted with water of varying clarity, restrict your fishing to 8 times the spinnerbait depth. You got a higher probability of catching fish. So what do you do when the water really turns to chocolate? Realize the fish have other sensory systems besides vision. In fact, the lateral line system is very acute and the fish can find prey just based on the movement that they make in the water. So make some movement. Use a hard throbbing spinnerbait, good choice. But don't overlook a wide wobbling crankbait, a big soft plastic, or a big jig. They move water too. A little bit of knowledge, what's good for the fish, it's good for the fishing.